So, no withdrawals, a new business, old business. So what I got, where I'm at right now, is old business. Because when I initially started where I'm at right now, I wasn't 100% here yet. So, nom de guerre, reserve my rights, and keep it moving. Because I already have experience of putting down a free national name and they put down a check. And right now, out here, living off, you have your own store and stuff like that, because, been there, done that, and lack of support by our people. Because they don't recognize their own stuff. Right? So, I'm not giving myself no headaches for anybody. So, there's other Moors who, they put down nationality card, drops it, they did the change up and all that stuff, and, that's what it was. You know what I mean? So to each his own. Because like we say, it's birthright. And pick your battles. So if you know that for now, the only way that there's food on the table, roof, whatever like that, is because you're using the nom de guerre, then, you know what I mean? Unless you want no roof and you want to do, you know what I mean? Live in the park bench or whatever, then hey, you have that right too. But, I rather my comfort. I rather my comfort. And I didn't even see when this thing shut down, so I don't even know when that left. Right, so it's pick your battles. So it's not, So would I correct my information? You do what your soul dictates. There ain't no telling you, yeah, forget them or whatever like that. Put down your nationality card, and then, they give you the check, and then you're complaining about Kudro or whatever, gave you wrong information. I ain't even going there. Your soul's going to dictate to you what you should do based on what's here. Based on what's here, soul will dictate to you what you should do. I mean, don't get confused. Devil on your shoulder telling you to do stuff and think that that's your soul and all that. You better know when soul's talking. You better know when soul's talking. Right? Got that already. Brother Kosi Trey L. Islam, my first question is, as a newly upcoming Moor, what do you feel should be the main priority when it comes to uplifting ourselves and the nation? When it comes to uplifting yourself, I would say studying your 101 and studying your Holy Quran of the Moor Science Temple. That should be priority. Yeah, there's other stuff and all that might be more exciting, and you know what I mean. I never really like Shakespeare and stuff like that. Thou cometh and all that stuff. I don't want to read this. Yeah, kind of suffer through it. You know what I mean? Because there's some stuff in there that you need. That if you don't ingest those things, right, you're not getting any nutrients. And you're just going to be like Noble Drawley said, you're walking and maggots just going to be jumping on you. Because you're so dirty. Because you didn't, follow instructions that were laid down. That Noble Drawley said, hey, follow this, everything I say is spirit, more is better heed. And then Moors don't heed and want to know how come stuff and how come this and that. because, you know, stuff was laid down. You probably never even read that yet. And trust me, all the wrong stuff that you've done for neglecting studying your Quran, when you read the Quran, you're going to realize, oh, that's in there. Oh, wow, that's in there. Oh, that's in there too. I guess I shouldn't have did that either. You're going to get, you know, you'll be squared up. Don't worry. That's priority. 101 questionnaire and Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple. You can get that at rvbaypublications.com. You can get that at khalifamedia.com. Right? Just wanted to ask, what was your experience when it comes to right to travel to another continent or just to a different country? No experience. What was your experience as far as using a nationality card, and did you have to provide some type of documentation to the other country you're visiting as identification? When I travel, I got the so-called passport, rights reserved, fez on in the picture, in the nom de guerre, and I don't got any issues when I have to go wherever. Because again, it's old business, staying as it is. I'm not putting my free national name that I know is free on these people's corporate documents. Me personally. Like it doesn't equal up here for me to put my free national name on documents that I know are corporate documents that are adhesion contracts, when I already have a name on them that, you know, is not tied to me or whatever. So I'm not, you know, so why not just use that name? Why am I going to tie myself to this adhesion stuff? Right? So passport, that's old business. Been had passport. That's not nothing. Since a little youth, you got passport. So, you know, only difference is Fez is on in the picture now, and all rights reserved when I quote unquote sign it. You know, and you know what I mean? According to my reservation of rights, you know, that entity on there is dead. Because some living entity had to reserve the rights. So if the living entity reserved the rights, because corporate entity is not going to reserve rights, because it's a signature. We're not talking about just put something up on the screen. We're talking about like using a pen on this paper. Only a living entity can use a pen on a paper. There's no corporate entity doing that. So clearly it's a living entity that is putting down the autograph, signature, or whatever. Reservation of rights can only be done by a living entity. Once rights are reserved, contract is dead. Because rights are reserved. Because, you know, it has to be fraud, or you would need to reserve your rights. Obviously there's fraud going on, or rights wouldn't have to be reserved. Right? And again, as far as experience, from Moors that we deal with, we know Moors got on the plane with nationality card, Northwest of Mexham, South of Mexham. We know Moors have been to the quote-unquote so-called border and have put down a passport, and they got talked to by the agents in their free national name, not the name on the passport. And then they let them go wherever they were going. Right? I think that's about it. Other than that, it's just, you know, Northwest of Mexham that it's exercising. And also as well, paperwork, because when Aleem Bey came up here in 06, he came up here on paperwork. That, you know, he had to show that there to get over here, right? And he had the Washita tags on his quote-unquote Jeep think it was Cherokee at that time. And he came here. So, you know, again, this is exercising around northwest of Mexham, south of Mexham, whatever. Internationally or different countries, I don't know. It might happen soon. I don't know. We'll see. When it comes to the Strongman, are we as Moors trying to completely kill or capture it? Never capture it. I heard that phrase before. I wanted to understand its purpose. The phrase is kill it, not capture it. Not kill it or capture it. Because capturing it is not an option. There's no capturing Strongman. There's no capturing Strongman. Strongman deserves to be in a field to chase crows away, and that's it. There's no capturing. What are you doing to do with a Strongman? Put it at your house? Put it on the couch, pretend to be guests, have it in the car next to you with seatbelt on, pretend that's your boy? Probably not. So don't worry about capturing no Strongman. And again, killing the Strongman is making sure that you don't use that name, that artificial entity, if you're using it without reservation of your rights, without making a strong claim that you reserve your rights. Right? Has to be done. If that's not done, then you're letting it live. Right? I recently had a home birth. While my other youth do have BCs and SSCs, Social Security card, birth certificates, that is not an option with my daughter. What can I do now to keep her protected as far as recording goes? What would need to be included in such a document? And would it need to be on record with anyone such as temple or made public record? Also, is there anything in particular that all mothers should study to keep her youth protected and out of the hands of those that would seek to commit genocide removal? Well, those that seek to commit genocide and removal most of the time are triggered actions. So they're not just coming for no reason. So, one is no attention drawn to yourself doing crazy stuff, make sure you read your Quran, instructions to woman, instructions to man, instructions to child, the family relative chapters, read those, get that in the ethers. Relative to protection, what you want to do is create a record of inception, record of manifestation. I would try not to use birth or words that they use on their instruments. You know what I mean? Synonym words for birth, right? That don't have corporate ties. Make sure you put your flags, your seals, whatever like that, on the instrument at the top, letterhead, title, claim of heirship, whatever, right? Parents' names, appellations, autograph, thumbprint, both parents, offspring's footprint, handprint, three witnesses,